Yeah, so it's been Q2's been good, mate. And now, obviously, going into Q3 and the summer months, we can switch off.
How's Turkey?
Yeah, mate, it was pretty decent.
You moving to Istanbul now?
Yeah, basically.
So Iva's moving to Istanbul. This is the main trade that I'm looking at today, Kiwi CAD short. We obviously had some gaps with the elections over the weekend. So
did you leave any trades open?
No, always closing those down. It's not worth it. Do you remember the gap we had last time? And I'm talking, this was the Euro elections, and we had something like a 270 pip gap on Euro Yen, and people got caught out. So that's why you got to be careful. So I'm more than comfortable waiting a little bit until that sells. Pound Aussie's another one. We got Pound CAD, that still needs time. Aussie CAD, Aussie Swiss. A lot of these pairs, they just need more time. Euro Aussie might make an appearance. Euro dollar needs time, but you can tell after that kind of volatility, it just needs time to develop. So main one for me is Kiwi CAD, because this is straightforward. I'm just playing a range. I know the area that I'm interested in. I'm just waiting for the entry to set up, and then I'm good to go. Even with 10 pips up on that one, that covers me nicely. So that is a lovely little 4-hour range that I'm going to play here. What was your favourite thing about Turkey? All the, did you see a lot of Turkish Kangals?
Oh yeah.
The dogs, yeah. What was the main dog that you saw, like the strays? But they're looked after massively now, right?
They just all look the same. They're like this brown, some of them are white.
Oh, so a lot of big dogs?
Yeah, they're chipped.
Right.
But I don't think they bath them because they're dirty.
But they don't look like skinny or anything like that?
Some of them are skinny, naturally, if you're living in the wild.
Yeah.
Some dogs are going to eat more than others, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just the way it works.
This is what I mean, doing more work. This is why I love doing more work with, like, there's this one that I'm teaming up with, the guy in Greece. Someone put me onto him, so he basically got this random shelter where he just started rescuing dogs in Greece, and he like got a bit of land, like built all of it, and it got to a point where people would surrender their dogs, and they knew that this guy would take them, so they would literally just drive up to wherever he is and just drop the dogs off, because he knows this guy's got a good heart, not going to mess around, and he's going to take them on board. And when I show you this place, I'll show you in a minute. When I show you this place, it has got this massive fence, just like see-through, like metal fence, and you can see hundreds and hundreds of dogs. Now, thankfully, loads of people are donating, so I want to do some work. I actually want to fly over there, go meet him. He's done some incredible work. Not just him, there's loads of people all over the world that have created these little sanctuaries. So I want to invest more into them to clear the place up. Because you need money, don't get me wrong, but you don't need as much money as you think to just give animals like basic necessities, so they're not like massively struggling. The average trader doesn't need to be trading with millions to be able to make money. And this is the part that I think so many of you have misunderstood. You're learning to trade, you want to make money, but when have you actually sat down and thought, how much money do I need to live the life that I want to live, and then reverse engineer it? So you've got to think about it from a bigger picture point of view, in the sense of, how much money do I need to be trading with to live the life that I want to live? What does that look like? When was the last time you actually sat there with a journal and mapped out, this is the life that I want to live. I want to drive this car, I want to live at this house. This is how I want to be carefree. You know, when I go to restaurants, work out how much that is per month. And basically map the whole thing out and go, if I was to live a very, very good lifestyle as to how I want to live, how much money would that cost? What would that be? And then you can reverse engineer and go, well, this is the trading account that I want to trade with. So let me know in the comments. I'm curious, maybe you've done this work. Maybe you've already planned it out and you've done the careful planning. How much money do you think that is? What is your trading account? What's your average return after taxes? So what is it? What figure do you need to be aiming towards? And then what I want you to do is think about bigger than that. So when you started learning to trade, what was your main priority? Your main priority was freedom, was it not? Or one of, anyway. I'm sure many of you wanted to make money. I fancy going for some lunch, going to the coffee shop, take my laptop, get on with some work. If a trade appears, a trade appears. If I'm in a trade, I'm in a trade, does not matter. That type of level of freedom. Oh, I fancy going abroad. Well, let me just book a one-way ticket, because I can return whenever I like. So first part, know your numbers, know what you're working towards. You don't need to be trading millions to live the life that you want to live. But if you don't even know what the life that you want to live costs, well then what are you working towards? Now, I'm not talking about you having 15 different Ferraris. I'm talking about that big incremental next step where you're like, wow, like this is me living a good life. This is me very, very comfortable. I'm not worried about money. I fly business class. I never check the bill. You know, like that type of mindset, like that level. What does that look like? How much do you need to be trading? That's level one. The next level, which I think everybody should be aspiring towards, and then this actually gives you a target to work towards, is how much money do you need invested to then how much that life costs. So let's say, for example, your life costs £200,000 a year, like for argument's sake. So if it's 200k a year, how much money do you need invested for that to passively come in? Because that's true freedom. Because at this point, you're not trading, you're not working. I'm not saying that you stop trading. I'm saying that you're not reliant on that in the sense of whether you make money or not, you don't lift a finger. Your passive income from smart investments is paying that for you. So let's say, for example, you've got 2 mil invested at 10%. Could be something like the property fund that we have. If you're making 200k, is that enough? Does that achieve your lifestyle? And if it does, incredible. So you now know that you need to work towards 2 million. Then you might be thinking, well, 2 million, if it was that easy, everyone would get 2 million. Listen, it might take you 5 years, it might take you 8, it might take you 10 years. What I'm saying is you should be working towards that goal. You should know how much does it cost to live the life that you want to live, and then how much money do you need to have invested to also supply that lifestyle, and then everything else is on top. And that is how you start building generational wealth, because your lifestyle doesn't incrementally scale. Like, you won't get to a point, well, for most people anyway, you think, well, I'm living a lifestyle of, let's say, £250,000 a year. Let's say you're, I don't know, spending £20,000 a month. It's very rare that you'll then go, do you know what? I've got everything I want. Let me spend another 10 grand a month, another 20 grand a month. Like, you won't just go to £40,000 a month, £50,000, £60,000 a month, because things lose meaning. Like, once you've had a nice car and you've had these nice things, having another one, that novelty wears off. So then it becomes about purpose. What do you want to do? What are you inspired to do? What impact you want to leave in the world? This is why I love doing what I'm doing, because it's much bigger than just like that extra nice car that really does wear off. So then you've got to work out how much money is that. And with prop firm capital, private investment, everything that you're doing, if you're a trader, you can set aside, well, look, if I'm making X amount, I can stack 100k per year, or maybe 200k per year, whatever it is. And then you can work out, right, within 8 years, for example, I can hit that goal, invest that money, and then that literally takes care of my entire lifestyle. And then everything else stacks on top. I don't think enough people think like that, because you're under the impression that, what, you're going to trade forever? You're going to trade for the next 40 years? What if something happened to you? Then what? Is your partner going to trade for your account for you? If, let's say, you lost your cognitive function, or you wasn't as sharp, would you trust yourself to still be in charge of the family and be able to make those decisions? Now, I know that gets pretty deep, but look, first-hand experience. I've shared a lot about my story. I've seen situations with my dad. Things can be taken away from you very, very quickly, and then suddenly you're in a position where you can't perform how you used to be able to perform and make the type of money that you want to make. Have you built a wall around your family that is going to protect them? If not, what are you aiming towards? Are you just aiming towards this random Forex lifestyle that you see online of just, you know, flying around here and there? And what makes me laugh, and this is not a reality of trading, when people tell you, I made 20k in the trade and then I booked a trip to Bali, or I booked a trip to Dubai. Like, no, they didn't. No one directly, it's not correlated to the direct trade. Like, no one makes the 20k, withdraws it to the broker, and then uses that exact money and go, right, that's the money that paid for the flight. Yes, it's a nice idea to go, right, I made 20k, 30k, and then the trip cost me this. Yes, I understand what people mean by that. But it's not a reality that that direct trade that you take is paying for that thing. And the more you get invested in that, the more you're focusing on the wrong thing. You're missing the bigger picture, which is you should be working towards an inspired, fulfilling life, but then also with a game plan at the end of it to stack, and then invest that with whatever you wish. I mean, you don't have to invest in a property fund, invest in crypto, invest in stocks, invest in whatever you want to invest into. But at least do the numbers and work out, right, once I've accumulated 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, whatever that goal is, that pays my lifestyle and so much more, that takes care of my family, and then everything else is on top. That is a mental model that most of you should be adopting if you want to be in this game for the long run. I've got an instinct, and my inkling tells me, most of you that are looking to learn to trade, most of you that are looking to just want this better lifestyle, really and truly, you just want to live a life where you're just not stressing about stuff, and that you've got money there, you're never checking the bill, you live in a nice house, you can go on holiday whenever you want, you can look after your family. If you want to say to your missus, right, you don't have to work anymore because I've got everything covered, it's those things. And then everything else on top, like once you get used to it, eating in a 5-star restaurant or Michelin star. Like, you just get used to these things. It becomes something much bigger than that. And I wish this was drilled into me earlier on, because I would have achieved exactly what I've achieved now so much earlier. So know your numbers, and if you do know your numbers, write them down in the comments. I'd be curious to know. You're much closer to ticking off that goal than what you think, but you got to carefully plan.